10 experiences you must do in Italy. Did you know that Italy is one of the most visited countries in the world? In fact, it welcomes over 60 million tourists every year. Why? Because Italy is a treasure trove of rich history, stunning landscapes, and mouth-watering cuisine. If you've ever dreamed of walking through ancient ruins, sipping the world's finest wines, or indulging in authentic Italian pizza, then this is the place for you. In today's video, we're going to explore the top 10 experiences you must have in Italy. Whether you're a history buff, a foodie, or an adventure seeker, Italy promises something special. So grab your passport and get ready because we're about to take you on a journey through the land of art, culture, and culinary perfection. Visit the Colosseum in Rome. When you think of Italy, the Colosseum in Rome is probably one of the first things that comes to mind, and for good reason. This iconic structure is not only a symbol of ancient Rome, but also a testament to the grandeur of Roman architecture and engineering. Imagine standing in the same arena where gladiators fought, where emperors watched spectacles that could put modern-day events to shame. The Colosseum's history is fascinating, having been the center of public life in ancient Rome, hosting everything from epic battles to mock sea battles. But as much as it's awe-inspiring, it's also a bit overwhelming at times, especially with the crowds. The best way to experience it is by booking a guided tour, which will give you insider knowledge about the architecture and its history. Pro tip: don't forget to visit the nearby Roman Forum and Palatine Hill to complete your ancient Roman experience. Experience the canals of Venice. Venice, with its enchanting canals, is like nowhere else on Earth. Floating along the Grand Canal in a traditional gondola, with the soft lapping of water against the boat and the stunning buildings lining the waterway, you'll feel like you've stepped into a dream. Venice is a city that's built on water, and its intricate canal system is not just for transportation. It's an essential part of the city's charm. You can explore the canals from the comfort of a gondola ride or simply stroll through the maze of narrow streets and alleyways that lead to hidden piazzas and breathtaking architecture. The risk? Venice can get overcrowded, especially during peak tourist seasons. If you want to avoid the throngs of people, try visiting in the early morning or later in the evening, when the city's magic feels even more pronounced. Indulge in authentic pizza in Naples. Let's talk about food. If you're a pizza lover, Naples should be at the top of your list. After all, this is the birthplace of pizza. You haven't truly experienced pizza until you've had a Neapolitan pizza, with its soft, chewy crust, tangy tomato sauce, and fresh mozzarella. The best part? You'll find some of the world's best pizzerias here, serving pizza that's simple yet unbelievably delicious. The risks? Well, there's a chance that after tasting authentic Neapolitan pizza, all other pizzas might just seem like a pale imitation. Some of the most famous pizzerias, like Domenichel and Sorbillo, can have long lines, especially during the evening. My advice? Go early to avoid the crowds and enjoy your pizza at its freshest. Pair your pizza with a glass of local wine, and you're in for an unforgettable meal. You might just find yourself craving another slice, or three. Tour the Uffizi Gallery in Florence. Florence is often called the birthplace of the Renaissance, and visiting the Uffizi Gallery is like stepping back in time to witness some of the most incredible masterpieces of all time. Home to works by legendary artists such as Leonardo da Vinci, Botticelli, Michelangelo, and Raphael, the Uffizi is a must-see for art lovers. As you walk through the museum, you'll be surrounded by paintings that have shaped the history of Western art. The challenges? The Uffizi is one of the busiest museums in Italy, so expect long lines and crowded rooms, especially during peak tourist seasons. To make the most of your visit, it's best to book tickets in advance or consider taking a guided tour to skip the lines and gain deeper insights into the art you're admiring. Climb to the top of the Leaning Tower of Pisa. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is one of those iconic landmarks that's so famous, it almost feels like a cliché to visit. But trust me, once you see it in person, you'll understand why it's one of Italy's most visited attractions. The Leaning Tower's precarious tilt is caused by unstable foundations, which makes it an architectural anomaly. Standing at the base of this 12th century bell tower, you'll probably feel compelled to take that classic tourist photo. Where you're holding up the tower, hey, no judgment. But the real experience comes when you climb the 294 steps to the top. From there, you'll have a spectacular view of Pisa and the surrounding Tuscan countryside. But be warned, the stairs can be a bit narrow, and if you're afraid of heights, this might not be your cup of tea. Drive through the Amalfi Coast. The Amalfi Coast is undoubtedly one of the most scenic drives in the world. Imagine cruising along the cliffs that drop into the Mediterranean Sea, with colorful villages like Positano, Amalfi, and Ravello perched on the hillsides. The winding roads are flanked by lush greenery, rocky cliffs, and views that'll make you feel like you're in a postcard. However, the Amalfi Coast is not without its challenges. Driving here can be nerve-wracking, especially if you're not used to narrow, winding roads with steep drop-offs. But if you're up for the challenge, it's totally worth it. One of the best things to do is stop in one of the small towns, enjoy a coffee in a quaint cafe, and explore the local shops. Make sure to also visit a local beach and swim in the clear turquoise waters. Renting a car is the best way to explore at your own pace, but keep in mind that parking can be tricky in the smaller towns. Explore the vineyards of Tuscany. Tuscany isn't just famous for its rolling hills and charming villages. It's also home to some of the best wines in the world. A wine tour through Tuscany is an experience that will engage all your senses. Imagine walking through sun-drenched vineyards, sipping on a glass of Chianti or Brunello di Montalcino, and learning about the winemaking process. The vineyards in Tuscany are often family-run, and many of them offer tours that let you see the entire winemaking process, from grape harvesting to aging. The risks? Well, if you're not careful, you might overindulge in the wine, and we wouldn't blame you. It's that good. If you want the best experience, consider booking a guided wine tour that includes tastings and a tour of the vineyards. The charming medieval towns of Siena and San Gimignano are also nearby, making for a perfect day trip after your wine tasting. Tuscany's beauty is something you won't soon forget. Visit Pompeii and Mount Vesuvius. Pompeii is one of the most famous archaeological sites in the world. This ancient Roman city was frozen in time when Mount Vesuvius erupted in 79 AD, burying the entire town under layers of volcanic ash and preserving it for centuries. Walking through the ruins of Pompeii is like stepping into the past, where you can explore ancient homes, marketplaces, and temples. The scale of the site is truly mind-boggling, and it offers an incredible window into the daily life of the Romans. Mount Vesuvius, the volcano that caused the destruction, is also nearby, and you can hike to the crater for panoramic views of the Bay of Naples. Be warned though, hiking Vesuvius can be a bit strenuous, especially during the summer heat. But the views from the top are worth the effort. Visiting Pompeii and Vesuvius is not just a chance to see ruins and landscapes. It's an opportunity to connect with a moment in history that changed the course of civilization. Relax in the thermal springs of Tuscany. After all the sightseeing and adventure, there's no better way to unwind than in one of Tuscany's famous thermal springs. Places like Saturnia, Bagno Vignoni, and Montecatini Terme offer natural hot springs where you can soak in warm, mineral-rich waters while surrounded by stunning Tuscan landscapes. These springs have been used for centuries and are known for their therapeutic properties. Some spas are luxurious, offering massages and treatments, while others are more rustic and set in nature. The best part? Most thermal baths are open year-round, so you can relax and rejuvenate no matter the season. Just be sure to check the opening hours in advance, as some locations require reservations. Whether you're looking to relax after a day of exploring or just want to pamper yourself, Tuscany's thermal springs offer a truly unique and rejuvenating experience. Italy is a country that promises a lifetime of memories, filled with experiences you'll cherish forever. Whether it's wandering the ancient streets of Rome, tasting world-class wine in Tuscany, or marveling at the canals of Venice, Italy never fails to impress. So, what's your next Italian adventure going to be? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow travelers. Who knows, your dream Italian getaway could be closer than you think. Stay tuned for more travel tips and insider guides in our next video. Buon viaggio!